tell me a little bit about maybe some of the things that you guys do, maybe how you do it differently. Because I will say I went to your annual trade show this year, and I was kind of taken aback by how much of a family it is. And you were guys giving awards away for people who've been in this association for 75 years. So we're talking about multi-generational family together. And you could really feel that these people were very close and connected. And you just felt kind of unique that you guys had this bond. I'm curious to hear maybe some of how you guys foster that or keep that going, or some of the things you do to make that happen in the state.
Sure. I mean, you have to attribute that to the members. They're just, once again, it's a common denominator here, but the people, they're so wonderful. It strikes me all the time how much they're willing to share. They're supposed to be competitors, but it really just doesn't feel like that. It feels, like you said, like a big family, just supporting each other, helping each other. I've listened to many a nights I've sat at a dinner in a hospitality room, which Ohio is famous for, and listened to these men and women network with each other and talk about not just experiences that they've had and how to get through them. But there was a conversation a while ago, how much is a game of bowling? And what an interesting conversation that was. I don't think we ever determined an actual answer, but with the electric, with the staffing, with the everything that goes into one game of bowling, it was a very interesting conversation. And I think that these men and women really do see each other as a family and want to assist each other, which I don't know. Obviously, I haven't worked in many other industries, but it just amazes me constantly, the willingness to help each other and get through tough times together.
Yeah, it's quite unique because most people are competing. Bowling, Ohio less so, but other states, they're a little more spread out. So there's really only one center in town. So you helping the next guy just elevates the industry as a whole. Ohio has so many per capita that really squeeze in there, which is almost even more of a testament to their willingness to share. But it's definitely not a common trait for industries, which is pretty cool.
Absolutely. So many of them / us are really, we want to help the industry as a whole. And I think that's amazing. Our men and women just are so open to help the person in the next town or the same town.
Right. Yeah. And that's a good transition. So tell me about maybe some of the things that you guys are doing to help your members from the association standpoint.
Sure. So we, as you mentioned, have an annual event, our convention and trade show, which I think is really our big event of the year. We hold it in May. So we try to hold it that same week in May so that it's just after you've floored your summer leagues and you can kind of get away a little bit. And we have seminars. We have some educational seminars. We do that a couple of times a year, but our big one's in May. The trade show is a great event. As you saw this year, we have a lot of exhibitors who have really folded into that family, and the men and women really love seeing them and walking around the trade show. We have a great trade show, I think. So we also hold another educational piece in November. And that is completely free to our members. We bring them in this year. I'm excited to bring in the restaurant boss, Ryan Gromfin, just to talk to our members about things in the food and beverage industry. Last year, we had SBC in to talk about the new lane certification process. So we try to bring in it's not always the same message, right. A lot of customer service in the past, and those educational seminars are absolutely no charge to our members. And then along with that comes the networking, the sitting around at lunch or dinner or in one of our hospitality rooms, just networking and getting to know your neighbor, the guy down the street who has been through something.
Right.
So I would say the educational piece, the in-person events and the networking is just what really keeps us really strong. Yeah, and just having the attendance you guys do too, because not all states have the same strength of attendance you guys have. So having more people, it's a network, it grows to the number of nodes that it has, right? So the more people you have, the more connections, and the strength is the size of the network. So I think that kind of compounds itself. Absolutely. I think that we did a survey after our most recent trade show, and the top two answers of why do you come were the networking and the trade show, but really closely followed behind was a getaway, just to get away from the center. And
Right.
Look, more recently, that's been really hard to do. So it's really nice to see that kind of coming back. I think the staffing elements coming back a little bit for them to get away. No one works harder than a bowling proprietor.
It's true.
So it is really hard to get away, but they enjoy that. So that time to relax, but still have a little bit of the business aspect.
Yeah, a little, especially for someone who's a business owner, it's more guilt-free to go and hang out, and you can justify it with you're still progressing the business.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Hey, did you like this video? Great. We make 10 of them a week. Subscribe to learn more and keep learning about what's working in the industry. Talk to you then.